What's up, you guys? This is Robert at Shy Bears Plus. Follow me on Twitter at Shy Bears Plus and Instagram at Shy Bears Plus. You follow me here. Subscribe, like, tap the bell, leave a comment, do all those things. What's up, man? Let's talk about it. Let's just get it out of the way. The season's over. Let's just get it out of the way. Packers win 21-13. Your beloved Bears out of the playoffs. Who cares? They're done. They're just done now. I mean, we're going to watch the games. We're still going to do the shows. Like, we're going to do all the things, but, it's just not the same when it doesn't mean anything. Moral victories from here on out. See what we can do to improve. From here on out, I would just say, hey, all right, Nagy, be full Nagy. Make a plan of what you want this to look like in the future. And whether Trubisky likes it or not, or can handle it or not, either expose him and, if Pace is on board with that, and say, hey, look, are we trying to get the most out of this kid, or are we trying to get the most out of our coach? Pick one of the two and expose the one, and then start to have a plan for what's going to go on here right in the future. So, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. So, when you look at it, man, it was a close game for a while there. I thought the Bears quit right after the half. After the Packers got the ball and scored, man, they weren't tackling. They're falling down all over the place. I'm just like, oh, this is going to be good. The Bears made a game out of it. You got to be proud. Got to be proud of the fight in the bear. It's not the size of the bear. It's the fight in the bear. Everyone always says that or whatever. But, yeah, man, when you look at the stats, too, it's like the Bears had 3 turnovers. I'm pretty sure that Horse had on that last pitch, and that last play was one of them. Another one was a Hail Mary interception at the end of the first half. So, it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad of a performance. The Bears had 20 first down and the Packers 12. More efficient on third down. 0 for on fourth. We didn't do good. We didn't convert any fourth downs. And, yeah, that kind of sucked. 415 total yards. Like I said in the pregame show, this isn't the same team on offense. We'll score more than 3 points. We'll move the ball. The arrow's looking up. Even the arrow's still looking up regardless. On this team, even though we lost this game compared to how bad it was. This isn't the show we're talking about moves be made and what's going to happen in the future. But, yeah, man. Anyway, so I digress. We ran 83 total plays. You look at numbers and you think that's a game that you're going to win. 34-25 on time of possession. A lot of things that look pretty good. You got Trubisky passing for 334 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. One of them was a gimme on the Hail Mary. We ran the ball, 22 plus a Patterson run and a Trubisky planned run, 24 times, passed it 53. I just don't understand it. This team could be run on. The only time we really ran inside was out of pistol and quarterback or shotgun draws. I would have liked to see what we could do if we just would have pounded up the middle on them here and there. There's a couple of those. Although I thought we should run those screens as we saw in the pregame show. I thought that we would start running bubble screens and we try to get the ball outside. But they were running the halfback off tackle from shotgun too, which I didn't like. I'd rather them see them toss and pitch and really get it out there and make their linebackers chase our running backs and get them in the open field. But, yeah, we had a lot of opportunities with hitting Cohen and running backs underneath. I thought we were challenging in the middle. Good game plan there, but just the pound the rock aspect, just like it's been gone all year. There's just so much more you can do off of play action with that. Let's go through some notes. I guess I hate to just sit here and read stats, but I will do it. A-Rob, 7 receptions, 125 yards. Dude, get this guy re-signed because I don't know. How about today after 125 yards and a couple good games, so he feels good? Because if he gets to the offseason and starts seeing other people calling, he might just not try to be thinking about re-signing any paper with us. That's for sure. Anthony Miller, man, I thought he was going to come out of the game. He had that shoulder. It was a little bumped up again, it looked like, but he came back. 9 receptions, 118 and a touchdown. Move the ball, man. We move the ball. Move the ball. But yeah, let's talk about some of the things in the game. The fair catch, non-fair catch. Patterson runs on the field, forces a fumble, Bears recover, and we call for a penalty for interfering with the catch. There was no fair catch. It was non-interference. It was a clean play. We got completely screwed. We had great field position. Unbelievable. We talked about in the pregame show that we would have to overcome. We would have to overcome the Packers and the referees, and you knew it was going to happen. This team, cheating wins in the NFL. You see it with the Patriots. They're in the middle of another big scandal right now with all the things that they're cheating, videotaping. Kick them out of the league. Kick them out. At some point, and but that's another team that loves the defensive hold all the time, holding on every play. They're just betting that you're not gonna call it every single time, and then the little ticky tack holds aren't gonna look so bad when you do them every single play, and you start getting away with it because the NFL doesn't want to call 40 penalties a game, and people just know that. So, but yeah, the Packers are just a team that's gonna commit penalties that will get not called, and it's unfortunate. It really sucks. Just unbelievable. Early in the game. Moving on. But anyway, I can't even. It's just, oh man, I don't know. Unreal. We had third down. Some of the third down plays sometimes were just read option that gets called, and I don't know. I just don't know sometimes about Nagy. I really don't. I do feel like it's been better. I wrote down a couple times where I thought he got better. It just kind of seemed like we started off really slow. It felt like a little chaotic, and then Trubisky kind of in the second half was unleashed. He started feeling it a little bit, started running around, using his feet, making plays. He made a ton of big plays in this game. Let's be honest. Mitch Trubisky was running for his life, and we couldn't get any pass rush whatsoever. So everyone who wants to pin this on Trubisky, look, there's a free runner every single play where these guys are just getting beat, whether it was a guard on either side, the center or the tackle. Everybody, both tackles. Everyone was guilty of letting people just run by them this entire game. You're lucky to have something like Trubisky to actually keep those plays alive, because this, any normal non-mobile quarterback would have been sacked. He did a really good job of making some plays during this game and just keeping things alive, because it could have been way worse. It could have been way worse the way we protected. It was completely garbage. Miller's running around, trying to get two hands on the ball again throughout the game. He had a great game, but there's two occasions where you're just like, dude, put two hands up. And it cost you. We had a lot of mistakes. We could have had another turnover. Kwiatkowski drops the interception. Ended up turning out actually better for us because we got him to turnover on downs. They got better field position, but you still love to see it. I think the turnover just kind of, you go do the team picture in the end zone, and you just give you a little more momentum, get your little mojo, swagger. But and then again, if you're going to complain about, if you're going to be PFF and say turnover-worthy throws and give people bad grades, well, Aaron Rodgers does the same thing. Everyone does it, They're pros too. They're trying to take the ball away from you as well. At the end of the second half, Nagy was a little bit better. He ran the ball down to the end of the 2 minutes to try to and really try to take as much time off the clock so that the Packers couldn't get a lot of time to go down and make a score. I thought that was pretty neat. It actually just wasn't an abortion, which was nice because the end of every half usually seems like it is with him. So I see a little growth. I see a little growth there. I don't understand why we did so much pistol and right out of the shotgun today, but that's just me, I guess. That's just me. Yeah. You get into the third, they just run all over us. We're running back, or what? Cornerbacks are slipping all over the place, falling down. Nobody's tackling. Jackson, I don't know that these two safeties are going to be something that we could continue to do moving on. If neither of them are going to be very physical tackling, someone's got to be the hammer back there, and Amos was a hammer, is a hammer. Someone's got to be a hammer. You can't have the arm tackles letting guys get by you. I think Makamura missed a tackle on the Jones touchdown as well. Fuller usually pretty good about tackling, pretty physical player. I mean, they all have their moments, but between the two of them, Dixon, Jackson, like they got to be more physical. You love to see it. Like you see Jackson just bum rushing the running back and putting a shoulder into him and getting a pressure on Rodgers. Like you know he's got to hit him, the physicality and just that toughness, and you just love to see it in the tackling. In the secondary as well. But yeah. Then after we give up that touchdown in the second half, we came out and did nothing, and Trubisky seemed a little rattled. It's just like the dude needs Ritalin. Like there's just always like these he goes into these lulls where like the lack of focus just hits him, and I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if he needs to start sniffing the salts before he goes out every single time, or sniffing something else or whatever. I don't know, but there's something that he's got to. You got to get his adrenaline going to get Max Trubisky. You see it every week, and it's disappointing. It sucks. You just wish that it was because a full game of the Money Mitch. Look out, league, look out. But it is what it is. The Packers came out in the entire quarter and a half and didn't do anything either. I mean, there are slow periods in a game. I understand. But man, that was at that point I was like, wow, offense quit, defense isn't tackling. Everybody quit. We all quit here. Season's over. How depressing. But then it wasn't. We came charging back. So much fun. The comeback was fun. Like you can't argue it. Like it was super fun. Oh man. So many close plays in this game too. We ended up getting a field goal in the second half of the game because Patterson toe taps, and then they call him out on the line, and it was just like, dude, that was so close. It was too close to not call it in, I felt like. And, it's just kind of the call in the field makes you don't give it a chance to get reviewed. It was inconclusive anyway. It wouldn't have been overturned, I guess, but like it didn't look that close from the get-go. The replay looked a lot closer. But yeah, I think that was a third and 4 or 5 or something like that, and we would have been in an in-goal situation. So yeah, the phantom running into the deep or the player trying to catch the ball on a punt, phantom kind of cost you. I think they might have actually scored on that drive. Then getting 3 there put you in a tough position at the end. With the Patterson deal, there's just so many little things. I understand that you have to plan on beating a team good enough to withstand a bad call. That's why I always say you always have to be able to beat a team plus one bad call by a ref, and that's what you should aim to be by, not just being good enough to win by a point or two. And it makes a huge difference because bad calls are going to happen, but you knew it was going to happen. We called it out before the game. Everyone talks about it all the time, and then it happens, and you're just like, feels like a conspiracy. So yeah, that's where we're at, man. Oh yeah, at the end of the game, I guess we'll run through some of that. It was pretty interesting. I've been saying since week 1 when I really saw a good pass interference challenge. The second to last drive for us. We go, I think it was 4 and out or something on that, and Robinson gets defensive held a little bit, and then he's going up for the ball, and he's got a cornerback early draping all over him, and by the rules, it looked like a penalty, but I was just saying earlier in this year, anytime you don't get a call, that's the last play of the game or could be the last play of the game, you might as well challenge it and see if you can get a call out of the deal. Especially because teams there's so many missed calls, but I know it's ticky-tack, but then don't hold. Don't have hands on the wide receiver for 8 or 10 yards when you only get 5. I mean, I think there should have been a call there. Honestly, I mean, it's not something you should be hoping to get bailed out by an interference call, on your game-winning drive and stuff. It's obviously not what you're looking for, not ideal, but I mean, it's not like he wasn't early, and I mean, he was wrapped around him on the way up, and then also had a hand over his shoulder. That's when a guy's going for a jump ball, that makes a difference. Just that contact at all. He wasn't going for the ball at all. I mean, he was playing the player, not the ball. So, yeah, anyway, it is what it is. I just thought it was kind of funny that finally I saw someone just challenge the PI just in case. I thought there was a chance to, at least get a defensive hold earlier in that route anyway. But, which would, 4th and 3 or something like that at that point. So, yeah, then we get another 3-and-out stuff, get the ball down the field, throw the Hail Mary, goes between two Packers, and Riley gets hands on the ball. I couldn't catch it. It was so bad. It sucked. You just wanted to see him get it. It was a tough play. I'm not saying you should have had it, but, I mean, you were that close. You were that close to getting that touchdown there, and I have an opportunity to go for 2 and tie this game up. And so, yeah, and then I thought it was interesting that last play. I thought that they would throw the ball up, for another one of those. You got Patterson, you got Miller. Those are guys who can win some jump balls for you. I honestly don't know why Cordell Patterson isn't just streaking down the sideline more often in this game, and you just throw it up and see what happens, because he could just run by people, and that would stretch things out quite a bit for you. It would be good, but yeah, I'd like to just see the ball get across the end zone on a Hail Mary, in my opinion. Even though I would have had to eat my words if they would have lateraled that one more time and got the ball in the end zone, I would have looked like an idiot. But, it's just like a say you're 4th and 5, going into the end zone in the last play of the game. Like, I hate to run the ball there. You give yourself, at least you could throw the ball across the line, and then all you got to do is get hands on it. And anything could happen. But when you're running there, anyone can stop it before you get there. I don't know. There's just something to me. Maybe that doesn't make any sense at all, and that's okay. Shibers Plus, if you like the video, hit the subscribe if you think I didn't make any sense there. But hopefully you get what I mean. Like, if you're throwing the ball, you're at least advancing it over the line, and that's half the battle. You got to get the ball across the line, and you got to have possession. If you throw it across, you're in there. You just got to make something happen. So that's how I feel about that. But, I mean, that's obviously not what cost you the game. So, yeah, here we are. Back at 500, I believe. Feels bad, man. Out of playoff contention. It's not like, you were sure that we're a Super Bowl team anyway. There's some things that need to be addressed. And we'll address those as the season continues on. But for now, I mean, we're at where we're at. You love the fight. You love the fight in them. I thought they would pack it up. It looked like they were in the process of packing it up, but they came back and took it all the way down to the last possession, which was pretty cool. I was ready to stop watching football about halfway through the third quarter. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with Shibers Plus. In my mind, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. If the refs are just going to cheat for the Packers, and what's the point? If the Patriots just keep allowing them to play football, you bust them, slap them on the wrist for being cheaters, and then you never have any sort of checks and balances. They should have people from the NFL rotating in and out, just watching them all the time, interviewing them, spying them. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Give them all spy cameras, or give them all body cams, so you always know what they're doing. Unreal. They should do the HBO special with them every single year, so that you could catch them doing all the shenanigans. Everybody has a camera nonstop, because they can't be trusted. And the Packers are just like that too. It's unreal. How much they cheat and they get away with so many calls. I'm interested to watch people pull out the all 22 and just watch the BS that comes out this week. If anyone even still cares anymore. Well, at least we got the Bulls. No, they suck too. At least the White Sox are making moves in the offseason. Come on. Oh, man, it's going to be a rough until next fall. But anyway, I'm Robert at Shibers Plus. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. hit subscribe here. If you didn't, I don't know what you're doing. And go ahead, subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment, do all those things. Playing for pride here on out. Hopefully we don't lose this team. Hopefully we don't have mass defections from this team of the good players. We get these guys re-signed and bear down.